Hey there, and welcome to Diamond Dave Collections. I'm your host, Diamond Dave, and welcome to part 2 of Superhero Showcase featuring the one and the only, the amazing, spectacular Spider-Man. Last episode on part 1, we talked about a few comics, and on today's episode, part 2, we're going to be talking about a few movies. Now, I own all 6 movies on Blu-ray. That's right, there are 6 Spider-Man movies on Blu-ray and DVD right now that you can go buy and you can go watch over and over again like I do every year. So first up, obviously, we have in 2002, Spider-Man number 1, Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man. Now I grew up with this Spider-Man. Really good movie. Can't go wrong with William Dafoe as the Green Goblin in some kind of weird Power Ranger costume, although his performance is legendary in my opinion. Really great movie. Check it out if you haven't already. I don't know why you wouldn't. Next up is considered one of the greatest superhero movies there are. In other people's opinion, it's not really my own, but it is SpiderMan II. And yes, this is the director's cut, SpiderMan 2.1. This features J. Jonah Jameson in the Spider-Man costume running around his office being an idiot. If you haven't seen this, I don't know what you're doing. Dr. Octopus as the villain. Can't go wrong. Love this movie. And many would say is the shittiest and worst superhero movie there are is SpiderMan III with the black-suited Spider-Man, which is actually pretty sweet. I mean, you can't go wrong with black-suit Spider-Man. Venom, on the other hand, was kind of weird with Topher Grace there from that 70s show. But I mean, you have the Sandman, you have James Franco as the new Goblin, whatever that means. But I really like Spider-Man 3 actually. A lot of the visuals are good. A lot of the visuals, and plus they introduced Gwen Stacy. So whatever. And then 2012 came around, and they rebooted it with Andrew Garfield with the Amazing Spider-Man. Now this suit is actually pretty sweet. I really like this suit. And he's not too bad. And then they have the Lizard as the villain, which they also featured in Spider-Man 2 and 3, but this is the reboot, so they threw in the Lizard. Not too bad. The suit is really cool. And then after that came the debacle that was The Amazing Spider-Man 2 with Jamie Foxx as Electro, Dane DeHaan as the new Green Goblin there. And then he had Paul Giamatti as the Rhino, I guess, for 3 seconds at the very end. But whatever. This movie is what it is. They gave us a new suit with the white eyes, the big white eyes. Really cool suit. Like, I dig the suit, and the visuals are really cool, but the overall story is just meh. But I mean, without that movie, we wouldn't have got this beauty, which is probably my favorite Marvel Cinematic Universe movie, and probably my favorite Spider-Man movie. Not including Iron Man. Like, Iron Man's only in there for a few scenes, but just Tom Holland as a Spider-Man is just actually amazing. He's only like 16 or 17 years old in real life, but like he's a kid playing a kid. He's not a 30-year-old guy playing a 15-year-old kid. Like Andrew Garfield was like 32 trying to play Spider-Man. This movie's really awesome. It has Michael Keaton as the Vulture. So he played Batman, Birdman, and now the Vulture. A lot of characters with wings and capes. Really good movie if you haven't checked it out. And speaking of Spider-Man Homecoming, I actually picked up this beaut not too long ago. Nice Spider-Man Funko. It's actually really, really nice. Like, the detail on these Funkos are actually sweet. And there's Keaton down there. You can see him. I want to get that one, just because that Vulture suit is just menacing. That's like the only word I could use for it is menacing. It's a menacing suit. I love it. And speaking of, a couple more goodies here before we end the video. If anyone collects Hero Clicks, got a couple Hero Clicks here. Spider-Man Hero Clicks. This one's Spider-Man on a pole. Can't really get a good focus going on here, but you can see Spider-Man on a pole. Picked it up at a flea market, not too far away from my hometown. And this other one, which is actually, I like it better, is Dr. Octopus here, wearing a suit. He's just wearing a suit, all suited up, ready to go. Yeah, the focus doesn't seem to be liking these hero clicks, but you get the gist. Just a couple of goodies I just wanted to add in the end there. If anyone collects hero clicks, I got a few. Probably be making a couple hero clicks videos, but anyways, that's it for Superhero Showcase of the Amazing Spider-Man Part 2. Hope you enjoyed Parts 1 and 2. I know I did. And I'm sure we'll be back sometime soon with another Superhero Showcase. Who knows who it's going to be? Doctor Strange? Hulk? Could it even be Doc Samson? I don't know. But I sure we'll find out. So drop a like, drop a subscribe, and we'll talk to you guys later. See ya.